of energy in this pack. There's Brett Moffitt in the 24.
There it goes.
Oh, and there's a collection into the wall and through the grass on the bottom.
I would be shocked if it weren't Ross Chastain.
And there he is. By the time you actually go for it, it's not.
Well, Sheldon Creed was going through the middle. He was going to try to get underneath Ross Chastain, and Ross realized that and started to turn down to try to block that move, and there just wasn't time, Michael, as we've been talking about. Look at
nice job by Natalie Decker. Check that out. She's going to maybe make just a little contact, but up on the racetrack, she was sideways and slid down the hill. I don't think there's much damage to that 54 truck.
Thousandths of a second.
Elliott Sadler, big run right there. You saw what he did.
Oh, around goes the 60. Austin Cindric wrecking in front of the crowd. Daniel Hemrick's caught up. Tyler Reddick, Cindric, barrel rolls.
When you're done, Tomlin.
Lands back on his wheels.
Okay, Matt Tiff trying to make a lot happen.
Joey Gase in the 35, sitting right up against the 60 now.
Oh, we got a crash in turn.
Austin is here.
No caution. Caution will be out, though. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. You okay?
Dillon went around, collected Ryan Sieg. Austin had restarted in the 5th position, was 6th when he went around.
Bubba Wallace is racing on the inside of Austin Dillon. You see Elliott Sadler get loose off the corner there. That opened the door for Byron, and bam! That's Cole Custer that drives into the side of Dillon. And unfortunately for Ryan Sieg, you can see Custer just couldn't get the car turned to the bottom. Maybe loose in, Kevin?
Yeah, sometimes when they get loose in, or they, you get on a splitter and you just can't get the thing to turn, or you don't want to turn the thing because you feel like it might spin out, and unfortunately Austin was right there. On board with Brennan Poole here.
Stay low here. Stay low. Come low. Come low. Come low here. Caution. Caution will come out. Caution down. Caution down. Good to back it in.
You saw the back of the 00 indeed step out on entry, and then when he corrected it, he hit Dillon. If I'm Cole Custer, I'm going to try to find me somewhere to hide behind, because his spotter's probably on the radio saying he's waiting on you, Cole, and just get by another car so that you can't be taken out.
And like you guys said, I mean, NASCAR has been very clear that that's not something that they want to see. And as a competitor, especially when you're in Cole's position.
The right front is shoved under the dashboard. That's a pretty hard lick. Good thing Harvick is okay. He'll race tomorrow. As we bring you the Food City 500 on Fox. He's not going to be very happy, I bet you. But his day is done. There was also 2 cars got together off turn 2 at the same time. We had this caution. Somebody gets into the back of him here. Boots him. Biffle in the safety car. Yikes. Let's ride with Stanley as we flatten Harvick's car. Whoops. Just got back in the throttle a little harder than Harvick did and got into the back of him.
Regan Smith 7, Keselowski 22, Stewart 33, and contact! Smith turned around. Tony Stewart is going to win this race. And a terrible crash coming to the finish.
This is a big wreck.
Kyle Larson's car with the front end severely torn off.
I think I'm okay, guys.
Back at California Speedway, hard crash in the corner of the 88 car. Brad Keselowski, heavy impact into the wall. Couple of cars involved. The one car of J.J. Yeley is involved. His Chevrolet has sustained some damage, but at over 185 miles an hour, 3 cars coming together. Eric McClure also sustaining damage in the 0 car. Bringing out caution for the second time tonight. And the good news is Brad Keselowski has put the window net down, and the safety crews are there to speak with him.
It's good to see Brad moving around in the car, because this car got hard impact up in the air, up on top of the wall for a little while. As these cars made, here we got
Allmendinger, the 42 car of A.J. Allmendinger, the fourth car involved.
The last little shot we had, the 42 car of A.J. Allmendinger and the 88 car of Brad Keselowski were together. Pretty close getting into the corner.
This all started way back in turn 4. These guys battling in the pack for position. The 1 is Yeley, the 88 Keselowski, the 42 of Allmendinger.
88 car Keselowski, it's a big run off of turn 4. It's a big drag race down into turn 1. 3 wide, 4 wide, and that's not what you want to do. And he gets tagged in the right rear quarter panel. Allmendinger does, and Keselowski's like, where did this come from? I didn't even see that one coming. That was just one freak accident, and the 1 car got in the back of that, and that's what started the whole thing.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski really got blindsided. He didn't see this coming at all. You see this 42 car gets sideways, gets into the right rear quarter panel, and then this 88 car just slams the wall, went up in the air.
Guys, I don't know if I've seen a harder wreck before going into turn 1 of my life. Thing on fire. Again, the soft wall that NASCAR's got at most all these racetracks really held up, and it was a great thing. And we saw Brad get out of the car. That's great. And boys, I'll tell you what, that reminds me of some bad accidents we've seen in this sport in the past. But thank gosh the kid walked away. Terrible impact.
Trouble back straightaway. Car on the inside wall.
Yellow's out. Yellow's out.
It's Corey LaJoie.
I mean, Brendan Gaughan got sideways. Is what started that. Maybe the 39. The seat got into him.
It looked like the 98 got into the back of the 80 and turned him, and then it came back around and caught him to send him to the inside wall.
I think it all started either with the 62 having to get out of the throttle and see getting into the back of him, or just contact between the two.
Dedicated to restrictor plate racing. Less than a dozen people. Oh, and we've got trouble on the track, and it's Kyle Busch upside down.
Big time crash. Kyle Busch goes upside down and rolls down across on his roof here on lap 26. Cars comes back over, and now side over side barrel rolls and comes to rest on its wheels. A horrific crash here at Talladega on lap 26 involving Kyle Busch, and thankfully the window net is down. There, the safety crews on the scene immediately, and Kyle Busch is climbing out of that car. Wow, listen to this crowd.
Well, that's a true testament to the safety of these race cars. See him just jump out of that car like that. That was what would look like a very violent wreck, but man, he just jumped right out of there. It's a real testament to the safety features that these cars have.
Yeah.
Let's show you again here. That doesn't take much here. Now, Kyle Busch, left side of your screen in the 5 car.
Now, he moved to the outside to go around Casey Mears. It looked like Tony was going to go out there to help him, and it could have possibly been a little bit of contact. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be, because you can get yourself out there, and all of a sudden the air's changing, and just a horrific wreck. But once again, Kyle Busch gets out and walks away.
For his title hopes. Oh, the 9 of Chase Elliott into the wall. That'll bring out our 3rd caution.
Here at lap 47, coming off turn 4, looks like he classic Dover hit the outside wall coming off turn 4. The self-cleaning racetrack goes down and hits the inside wall hard. You can see the spin there. Late exit of turn 4.
Looking incidents of the entire test session for all 3 series on the backstretch, Aric Almirola from Joe Gibbs Racing makes some contact coming down the track and ends up on his roof. Fortunately, only the car was damaged. It was a very scary looking tumble, mostly because he was upside down for quite a while, but the safety crews of the track got the car back on its wheels and got Almirola out, but a tough way to get accustomed to Daytona.
Draft with Sam, he did a great job. A couple times the car got loose. He saved it really well. This was not as good.
Yeah, scary little ride for Aric Almirola in the 18. At this point, apparently, he was still on the radio and still in communication with his crew.
Yeah, wondering how thick the roll cage is, I'm sure. But you never know. I mean, it's testing. The car's upside down. I don't know.
And Mike, you guys were talking about different agendas on those pit stops. Denny Hamlin took 2 tires that time, while Nemechek took 4 as Nemechek goes by him, or tries to.
Oh, not going to work. It's
It's not going to work. Here we go again, boys.
And up and over goes Casey Mears.
What a day. I don't think I've ever seen I don't know. I've been here, coming here for 30 years. I've never seen a day like this.
That was ugly. Hamlin got turned and squeezed up into 2 cars on the high side, one of which was Mears.
There he is. What's left of him. See Joe up on the outside there in the 87 car.
Look at the white lines. See Joe move over.
Yeah. He just was trying to, I think he thought he had him cleared. Spotter may have even told him he was clear. Boy, that 38 car, Casey Mears, it took a ride right there. Stayed on its lid, didn't start tumbling. That's one good thing.
And the good thing, Darrell, I never saw a car hit him after he was on his roof sliding.
Ryan Blaney had the edge when they went across the stripe line.
Oh, he's going to get loose.
And sideways, Ryan Blaney goes. Does he keep it out of the wall? Brushes the back of that truck. And behind him, he gets hit hard.
Johnny Sauter flew in there.
He might have had some help. Johnny might have got hit from behind.
Yeah, there was 2 trucks that came up on the accident scene.
Ryan Blaney looked as though he was going to save it, at least from hitting the wall hard. And then came the 0-2.
That might explain why Johnny Sauter was going so fast. You can see Johnny Sauter shoots to the high side. Tyler Young, I'm guessing, got into the back of Sauter and caused Johnny to lose control. But this is big for that team. You can see, I think Ankrum just gets loose.
And John Hunter Nemechek as well, who's a couple of laps off the pace.
And then watch, Smith tries to squeeze through the top. You just simply can't change directions running 180 miles an hour, Kurt. He had nowhere to go. He committed to the top.
Creed just, wow, that was a huge hit.
Yeah, Creed must have saw something different, wanted to cut to the low side to get away from all this mess, and it was just a bad decision. But yeah, like you said, Mikey, like when your truck is committed and loaded up into the banking, it is very difficult to change directions.
That's crazy.
We just saw some excitement that Chase Briscoe created yesterday. A lot of dirt experience, but none at this racetrack. So you guys were in the backup truck. How was that set you guys back, and what do you anticipate here in qualifying?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think we're going to be okay. But
that was exciting, by the way.
Yeah, that's the first time I saw. That's why I was kind of looking off camera. But yeah, just I got in there and I cared about as much speed as you would on a sprint car slide job. And obviously, these things weigh 2,000 more pounds and it didn't stick. But we'll be okay. I think in a backup. I feel like here, if anywhere, this is one place you can, get away with it. So we'll be all right. First lap's going to be here in qualifying, but we got an early pill draw, which is going to be good. So we'll see how this Cooper Standard Ford F-150 drives and think we can still get it done tonight.
He's one of our favorites. That's Chase Briscoe. Chris?
Clear up all action.
And this time the man out front, Tyler Reddick.
That thing took off really, really fast, that restart, right? You look at the first 3-4 laps of a car firing off. That means so much. Here they are wrecking on the front straightaway.
11th caution, Alex LeBay spinning in the 36. Heavy damage for he and others.
Wasn't your fault. That dude wiped you out. You're on the bottom. It looked like you came up.
There's the Yeley car. Saw Patrick Emmerling there. Jesse Awuji. Our longest green flag stretch today, 22 laps. That was the start of the race.
And it's been a wreck fest ever since. For sure. Let's see what happened here. Oh, you see the 36 get loose. Alex LeBay.
Yeah, and he just, in that same spot that we've seen a couple times today, in that second groove, kind of in a pack, and just loses the car, just gets light on the air on the car right there, and he just, if you're right on the edge, it just pushes it over. That's a huge hit.
Oh.
Yeah, J.J. Yeley, who did such a great job yesterday.
Oh, we've got a crash. Caution's out. The 8 car.
4 wide, yeah, 4 wide. When Moffitt made it 4 wide, then looked like Mayer may have looking for some
hit.
Yeah, looking for some racing room. I can't tell who that black and pink car is.
That's exactly right. That's the one that there was contact. The 02 made it 4 wide.
What a hit.
Rumble and caution here at Darlington Raceway. That is Chris Buescher subbing for Trevor Bayne in the 16 car. And this is what you call action and reaction, right?
Yeah, he has had a tough time in the last 5 or 6 laps. Has gotten into the wall, and you can see on the left side there, has gotten into a few folks as well, and left front tire finally lets go. Young man was looking for a great run.
This is about lap 39. That's Buescher and Josh Wise.
Yeah, you see those guys getting to the corner. A little hot. Josh kind of uses him up. You know, 8 tires are better than 4. Unfortunately, Chris comes away from this very badly scathed, and now we see the end result of that.
Hit your marks, hit your marks.
Oh, wow. 8 car on his side.
Martin Truex Jr.
Wow.
Talk to me when you get here. We're coming down pit road, guys.
No, you're not. You won't steer.
I think he's had
All
enough.
right, go to the garage here, guys. Go over there by a thing. We're going to fix it.
Joey Chitwood's stunt show on that one.
Wow. He's still trying to get it there, but it's not going to turn.
Comes up on the back of Mike Wallace in 38. Squeezed up into the wall. And Mike obviously had no idea he was on the outside of it.
That's a wild ride.
Boy, that is unbelievable.
Keep it behind you. Keep it behind you. Keep it behind you. Run to go. Run to go.
The white flag is out.
They're going to
Sauter
crash.
with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down.
This track's so technical, so hard to find balance, no practice, no qualifying. It's tough on the 9 and the 7 as well.
I don't know what's going on. Just tag the fence right there. I'm all out of short. Yeah, okay.
And there's trouble. 3rd caution of the afternoon, and another one of our key players. It's Harrison Burton.
In the same spot on the racetrack off of turn 1 as you get to the exit. A tough hit for Harrison.
It's crazy what we're seeing there. Like, these guys just lose it, and we just don't typically see that. You know, you see guys get loose and maybe drift a little bit, but that's the 2nd car we've seen just snap out from underneath them, and they're good cars.
Well, and I think it's worth pointing out also the downforce on these cars is significantly less, and obviously it's affecting them. Just inside another car, it just came right around on them.
That's a big hit. I go back to what you said and all the safety enhancements and adding the safer barrier on the inside, and twice today we have seen how important that is. And you think about the start for Harrison, 10 consecutive top 10 finishes, those 2 wins, and now back-to-back weeks where he's crashed out early. Last week at Talladega, and today stage 1 at Pocono.
And that's just racing, right? Like, racing comes in waves. You have these waves where everything goes your way, and then the last 2 weeks it just hasn't went his way. So they're going to hope they can turn that around next weekend.
Oh. Here's the radio for Harrison Burton.
All right, man. Just lost it instantly. Just oil.
Now here comes Carl back on the low side.
Oh, Carl slips a little. Come on, he's sideways.
Oh, now it gets Logano. Joey's into the bar, and the car's upside down. On the side is Clint.
Yellow's out. Yellow is out. Yellow is out.
Wallace gets into it. The 14 of Bliss gets into it. Red flag immediately.
Stop on the back. They want you to stop on the back.
They are stopping everyone on the back stretch.
Or something. I just in the throttle. He got loose. I touched him, guys.
There's what's left of Keselowski's car. Window net down. He's okay. There's Joey with his net down. Clint Bowyer is out. Boy, Bowyer.
Caution out for the 3rd time this afternoon here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It all started in turn 2 when Cody Ware went for a spin in the 25. A couple of other guys checking up and simply nowhere to go.
You can see Ware high on the racetrack, just coming into the screen.
You saw it shot up right there. He got loose behind those cars, got up in the marbles, and just lost it.
Now he does his job. He's got his brakes on, and coming to a stop, the car's going to naturally slide down the bank a bit, and Bubba's trying to tuck to the bottom. Man.
You could tell they're just committed on that outside line. You're wide open. I mean, clear past, you know, even before the apex of the corner, you're wide open. And you could just see they just couldn't react fast enough. Tons of damage to both of those race cars.
Huge damage for the 6 and the 42 of Justin Marks, the other one involved.
And we heard Bubba say,
oh, big spin in the back.
Couple of cars into the wall as they went down the back straightaway. Sarah Cornett-Ching has huge damage to her car. Tommy Hessert third in the points. That Barberis Dodge is really damaged. And how about William Byron, who was our fastest qualifier, went to the back, and he is in big trouble here, and we only went one lap at Kentucky.
So you see the 55 diving to the bottom of turn 3, Ray. He goes in. He didn't. Oh, that was turn 1. That was off the start.
And that was Bo Lamastis that was in the center of the corner. It looks like the 55 made a little bit of contact with him on that right rear. And here goes Byron down into the corner.
They were already spinning in front of him. Oh, just a little too aggressive too early, right?
Yeah, 3 wide for that third spot.
Oh, stand there in the fence. Oh, there's a big crash here. Hard contact.
To the inside.
Back in front of the cars.
Oh. And hit again. Haley with a hard hit on the inside wall and then right back out in front of traffic. And another car tagged him.
Ryan Vargas, I believe. Oh, man, it's good to see that. On the outside of the 11 car, they make contact right there. It puts both of them in the fence. Burton way down low trying to miss the 11. This is when it gets very, very scary. All these guys doing an amazing job. Jesse in the 74 doing an amazing job, but Ryan had nowhere to go.
Raj, early on, you know, he's going to run about 3 races this year, and he was, oh, we got trouble right there. We've already got a truck car that's gotten into the outside safer barrier. 81 car. It's Michael McDowell. And I mean, that has got backup.
Broke.
Yep, he just said it. Let's go to the backup. Yep. Driving for Randy McDonald, the Crusader Staffing Associates Dodge, heads to the garage. Got a long look at Michael McDowell. Top of your screen, you see just shoots up the hill. Heavy contact with the wall. Steve, I know from that angle it's very difficult to say, but he said either something broke or even it could have been a situation where, you know, you'd hate to say this, but he may have cut a right front tire down because that car really took off. 78, the St. Charles Classic Glazing Machine. They're going to try to get this pit stop done. Oh, they had a caution.
It's Zane Smith into the wall hard. And we are under caution just shy of the midpoints.
Dalton Sargent also came down pit road, but when the caution came out, he went back on the racetrack to stay on the lead lap, but hard hit for Zane Smith, that Musselman's Toyota.
Let's see.
Oh, that right front tire explodes.
Oh, it's a big hit.
See the angle that he hit that outside wall. That was the big hit right there.
You know, I took a hit very similar in Daytona this year in the Xfinity Series, and man, you don't realize the force that goes through the body whenever you take a hit like that. So glad to see him get out of the car, and unfortunately holding that knee, but they'll get him all fixed up, and you know, he'll be able to hopefully come back, you know, in a couple weeks.
After winning the last race at Las Vegas, the Ford has won here at Talladega just once. It was the first race run here back in 2006. Mark Martin took it to victory lane. Oh, contact, and around goes Todd Gilliland.
Hold your brake there. You okay, Todd?
And a big hit for the 4. Was running second.
Right, just let them come get yours done.
Crew Chief Marcus Richmond. Gilliland had led 13 laps. Out front, thought maybe he'd have a shot at winning this thing, and I think he did until that.
Yeah, he and his dad had come from the back and charged up into second and third position. It looked like maybe a little bit of contact into the back of Enfinger exiting the corner. Maybe Enfinger bounced up the hill a little bit. We'll have to see on the replay. Glad to see that Todd's okay.
So Todd Gilliland seeking his first career win. Not going to happen today. Watch what happened.
There's the bump. Trying to get to the inside.
Yeah, and a lot of times what happens right there, you know, you saw him get the 98 truck up, and as he came up and hit him with the right front.
What a shove for Chase Elliott out into the lead. And now is a hornet's nest behind him. Here's Christopher Bell to the inside of Justin Allgaier. Look out, Ryan Preece is around. He'll hook the mud. Oh, what a hellacious spin to the inside of turn number 2. Ryan Preece going for a wild ride off the second corner.
And back there we saw him catch, it looks like the tire barriers. Caught it at a bad angle, almost tore the right front of that car completely off. And a big spin for the 18 of Ryan Preece. But thankfully you see him with the window net down and trying to climb out of that car. A very big hit. Let's see what led up to this happening.
They were 2x2 going through turn 1. He's on the outside right there, the 42. That's a little, I can't tell if there was contact, if he just spun out. He spins across the field, luckily missing the 22. Austin Dillon getting on the brakes, and then right here, you mentioned the end of the tire wall. That is a tough impact, spinning the car around.
It was John Hunter Nemechek in the 42 that was right behind him. We don't know if there was contact made or if just the car got loose as he came out of the turn.
Yeah, we really need to see it from all the way back up, really the exit of turn 1. 25 laps to go, 66 miles left, and we got a crash! Ugh. Hard contact.
Noah Gragson head on into the outside wall.
Mike Snyder was in that also. That was a huge impact, guys. See, Noah Gregson's on the bottom, Brett Moffitt on the top. Little contact. Jeb and Moffitt got together.
Dale, it was just like you were talking about earlier. The push really needs to come on the right half bumper of the car. It seemed like Jeb got on the left side bumper of the 02. Watch right here. He is on the left side, kind of lined up, probably trying to get a little air. Really, the 02 comes around before there's even any contact. The air alone seems to turn the 02 down the hill. And then what a huge impact for the 9 of Gregson. Then Myatt Snyder makes contact as well. And as the 9 continues to spin, now he comes back down into traffic for some more hits. So great to see Noah get out.
Yeah, these guys coming in behind him, they just can't get slowed down.
Not only does that car...
Oh, sideways. That's Ryan Blaney going sideways. What a save and a hard hit. Nose first for Erik Jones.
Lock her down. Lock her down. Stay right there, bud.
Talked about loose on the inside. They are racing for the 5th position. Blaney's on the inside in that 22 car, and it's just going to step out on him.
Got a little too much of the apron there, and the 20 was coming by and just pulled him around a little bit, and he just was able to not keep off of him.
Anything else there? Sorry.
Around the outside, getting a great shove from Justin Allgaier. Bell got one from Busch, but it's going to be Reddick that'll get the fender out in front. Side by side into 2. They make contact. Reddick and Bell hard into the outside wall. Everybody races to their inside, and just a sledgehammer shot into the safer barrier as the front 2 crash with 8 laps to go at the Brickyard.
Sorry.
Side by side heading down into turn 1. They are connected to the 20 wiggles. I don't think really Reddick did anything wrong, nor did Christopher Bell. That was actually into turn 2. He tries to get on the door of the 20, which is, I think, what Reddick has to do. That's how you win the race.
About the stock car racing career.
Well, his day was cut a little bit short, but it's still all smiles down here. Ricky Carmichael, unfortunate circumstance what happened, but were you able to learn about anything?
Wendy, we've got a problem. The 99 of Ricky Stenhouse almost up in the air. Almost over is the 99 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. This could be the end of the run for the championship.
Boy, the right rear tire is gone on that car. We didn't see exactly what started this. We're hearing that he blew the right rear tire, which is what started it.
What a disappointing ending to this race, and the variable has always been when you come to Talladega, you could be involved in something that will end your day early.
There he is right there, right behind. The right rear tire went down. Justin Lofton had nowhere to go. Look how high that car gets up in the air, and it comes right back down when the roof flaps deploy.
Roof flaps have saved a lot of cars from being upside down in our sport.
You see the debris right there. The tire already went down. Justin Laughlin was having a great race. He had nowhere to go. He has a lot of damage, but unfortunately, this is the one these guys circled at the beginning of the year.
They're going to be 3 wide at least when they get to the corner. That's Ryan Truex on the bottom, and it just, I think
that's air. I feel like, you know, just air moving around. That's a hard hit. Thankful for those safety barriers.
You know, and Austin, it's air, but it's also a driver that doesn't have a lot of experience in the trucks. And when you start seeing guys on your inside and outside, maybe you move the wheel a little bit much, and the air takes over and just gets you heading in a bad direction.
Yeah, when you get that whip right there, that's a hard one right there. I'm sure he's going to be feeling that, and that fire's no fun. He was trying to get down to get out of the truck as fast as he can, then he wedged it against the inside wall. So it's
of the entire race of anybody, and so it is drying out. It is going to get more racing.
What happened? A problem for Ty Gibbs. This is in the front.
Oh, wow.
Straightaway chicane, the Shelton chicane.
I heard the crowd in the background, and I wasn't sure what happened.
Oh, what? Oh my gosh! He just gets tagged by Jesse Awuji.
What happened?
Is he thinking?
How does that happen?
Yeah, we got to get another replay to see.
And a caution is out again. Oh, and Austin Hill, the 16 involved along exit, and he's out of the grooves. Like he lost track of the truck's handling, and man, Haley had nowhere to go. That is such a tough call with all the different safer barriers now, trucks, cars. Hill winning at Homestead, Miami. Yeah, that's late in the.
Trouble. Travis Pastrana with a big crash. Wow.
That one hurt, boys.
Travis running a lap down in 21st place at the time of the accident.
You can see right there, he just got loose coming off turn 2. Boy, did he hit that wall.
You can see there is a safer barrier there. I believe, isn't it? Yeah. See at the end right here what this gets clipped. Something turned John West Townley into the wall in the jam up behind Pastrana's crash.
Just a big hit.
And then Joe Nemechek, trying to avoid Townley, found Pastrana sitting right there.
Yeah, that could have been way worse than it was. Really bad.
Trouble on the front straightaway. Cars into the wall. Ty Dillon's turned around and hits hard.
Right behind you. Going to be a lot of debris.
There were 4 wide coming through the Trove. Well, trying to come through the Trove. Well, obviously not that wide.
23's Carlos Contreras. There's Ty Dillon's car all torn up. 3rd place driver in the championship. Cale Conley again.
You all right?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Here we are. Here's your 4 wide.
And just getting squeezed there. You could see just kind of ran out of racing room. I'm not going to put all that on Ty. He forced the issue for sure to make it happen, but he got squeezed from the outside. By the 14 car you can see there.
Oh, we got a spin in turn 4. Contact.
Yellow's out behind.
Max Pappas involved. He's able to pull away from it.
BJ McLeod there, bottom of your screen. The 07 has a lot of damage.
I think he hit the 77. Is that Justin? No, that isn't Justin.
The 7 of Miguel Paludo.
Those trucks look just alike, except that one has 1 less 7.
And that one was stopped on the racetrack.
And he got clobbered by BJ McLeod, came in there and didn't have anywhere to go.
So our 4th caution of the night has come out. There you see the damage to the 07 of BJ McLeod.
Jason White took the waiver round last time, and boy, did that work out for him. Now he was able to drive back around here. Watch this now. There's Ricky Carmichael. See the 7 of Paludo already turned around. Max Pappas does a nice job avoiding that. Unfortunately, BJ McLeod had nowhere to go.
This would be a good angle to see what happens.
Oh, got together with the 66 of Justin Marks.
And look, everybody's trying to go low, go low. BJ said, I want to go low too.
But somebody was there.
Oh, jeez. Is that the 92?
That is a big hit.
I think that's the 92. He was... Oh, man.
Yellow's out.
It better be. Is the window net down? He's moving. Whoa, something broke. Something broke in the car. Oh, my God.
Which way will Christopher Bell go?
Big crash. Heavy hit for Crafton. Caution is out. Suarez and Crafton both battling for the lead, and they are torn up. Wow. That was a big hit for Matt Crafton.
Watch that 4 truck right side of your screen. Is he going to make a little contact? He does with Suarez.
So Bell gets into the back end of his own teammate, Daniel Suarez, and that's what knocks Suarez into the 88 of Matt Crafton.